Well, hi, it's Gretchen. How are you guys this morning? I am off on another day of editing. A little earlier today than I was yesterday because this is a day full of things to do. And so I'm going to get through my 30 minutes of editing and on to other things. But I promised myself I'd do this. So if you're new here, welcome. I am doing a 30-day challenge for myself, 30 days, 30 minutes a day to get this catalog down to about 30 photos. It is a infrared project I started on a cross-country road trip, and it's been in my mind for a long time. It has to do with Carnegie libraries. As a retired school librarian and a long reader and lover of the freedom to read, this is kind of an important project for me. So I am I'm using the Scott Kelby method called SLIM for sorting and organizing my photos. I am on the selects. I've gotten through my full shoot, the pics into selects, and now I'm even refining selects to go with the story. So, and to see which kind of repeats I have. And that is taking a little longer than I thought because this is kind of the basics. One of the basics I started with yesterday was going to denoise everything, and I ended up canceling that and doing that off of the live because denoising all of them in one batch was going to take a lot longer than I wanted to have you sitting there, and Lightroom wasn't going to let me do anything else while they were denoising. So we are back into this level right here. Okay, so the timer has started and I am on this. All right, move this down out of my way. These are 5 more photos. They were already in my selects. This is the Gothenburg Library. There's the one in the lower right shows how the buildings are connected. I'll keep that one. And I'm going to get rid of that. This is the one that shows the back side. I think I have another one of the windows someplace. So I'll keep those. I'll set them to yellows. All right, now off to, oh, this is that little library that is the one that had the grotesques. These things are called grotesques. And where am I? What town am I in? Is it that one? Nope, that's Laramie back. It's just these. The only ones for this building. Okay. I do not know if I can get that. I like this one better. This is the 1913. It shows the fireplace. I'll take a look at these. I'll just... What's going on? Oh, there we go. I'll go on. Can't decide. Okay, this is the one in Laramie. And I think I only have those. For some reason, I had a bunch more that were taken, but they were really dark. And so I thought they had goofed and I deleted them. Oh, well. I'll go with what I have. Those will work. I'll see. What I'm doing right now is just deciding if they're worth editing. And I thought I was further than this. I thought Uinta. I don't know, this little This one had been turned into a museum, and it was the first one I ran into that had stained glass windows in them. And we're here. I know I've got further than this because I was already to Brigham when I had done this. Yep, those were the four I was keeping them those. Okay, they must not have held there. And that's the interior. Okay, this is the Carnegie Library in Brigham City, Utah. And this one was pretty amazing. It had stained glass too, and it still had the original stained glass. This is an entrance that's no longer used, but you can see the stained glass around the window and the original kind of the way the doors are. So they had added on to the building and they kept the new one. So these are the building aspects of it. I was keeping those. I'll edit those. It's interior shots. Had some very cool interior shots. Is that all? And that's not one of the interiors. There we go. These had original bookcases. Like this one has the original bookcases, the windows, and the lights. That's the original door. This I like the shadows on, but it doesn't really. Nope. Nope. That's good. That was to the original doorway. I like that one. Already got the bookcases. I don't need this one. And I don't need. That's the originals. This is better. The windows. I think I'll get rid of this one. Yeah. Okay. Those. Let's see. We'll go to the outside of this building. Where am I? Where am I here? Oh, this was one that had been turned into a veterans center. Is that there? Yeah. Caldwell. That's right, Caldwell. Okay. Is this Caldwell still? Nope, that's Baker City. And is that Caldwell? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at all those. There we go. Let's see, I'll take those two, get rid of this one. That's a detail. I might use that. I don't need this one. That detail. And I don't need that one. Okay. Now we're in Baker City. Is that Baker City? Yep. Baker City goes from right there all the way over to Baker City was cool. Nope, that's LeGrand right there. That's the LeGrand one. Okay. Back. There we go. Baker City goes from there to there. Okay, let's take a look at those. Okay, I have two that are very similar. I'll get rid of this one. Back courtyard, original entry, light standards, although that one, this is better. It's the back patio. Corner bit. I'll take those and decide on later on which ones. Now this one is Legrand. I know I'd gotten through this. I thought I had. Maybe not. Not in this final of deciding which ones fit with the story. I'm still not there. Okay. Nope. Nope. Pendleton. That's Pendleton. There we go. These, I don't need this one. And that's got the stairway. That's better than this one. We'll do those. And now we'll get to Pendleton. Pendleton. Nope, nope, that's, here we go. Here we go. These are all the ones from Pendleton, Oregon. The building is set, the entrance is on a corner, on a diagonal. It's the only one I found that had that diagonal corner. The windows are different shape. They're the rounded ones that I saw further back on the East Coast, or more in the east part of the middle of the country. And then because at one point some of them were more square. So there's that. These this is this the lower, this, and this one is built on a hill. So this is quite a steep hill actually that goes up. And then the river drops down right there. And this road is behind it. Baba. It was part of there. I don't think this one really shows anything interesting. Okay. Those. And now we'll go to Hood River, Oregon. The last ones I hit, Hood River, Oregon, which I haven't come back to the ones in Washington yet. I still have to go photograph in Tacoma because theirs is from 1903. It's the original one in Washington. Okay, this shows the joining. There's a sign over here that says Carnegie. This is a good entryway one. Better than that. That's the back wall. This shows how it's joined, but that's specific. That's already showing how it's joined. There we go. Okay, we'll take those and we'll make those. All right, that's all of them. So now what I will do is library filter by color label. Oh, no, wrong way. Edit. Select by color label, yellow. And then I will go new collection. Let's see, what did I call? Website? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm calling them like website story selects. Yellow. All right. That should have them. There we are. So now I have, if I can, oh, I didn't want to do that. Over here is my Carnegie building, is my collection set. And then the full shoot collection, the picks went to 285, the selects were at 170, and then there's 121 in the story selects. That's still about mm, 3 times as many as I want. I only probably want 30 to 40. And so um, what will happen now is that I will take these and do some edits to them all and then start to sort out to see which are replica or which are duplicates in different areas. For example, um, like stop. Okay, photo deselect all. Select none. Okay. All right. Whoa. Where did you go? There you go. All right. For example, I have this one with these kind of lights at this building. And there's another one. Here we go. So these are the similar kind of lights, but they are completely across the country from each other. This one is in Indianapolis, I believe. And this one over here that I had, I lost it. Indianapolis, and then go watch this one. This one is in Gothenburg. Was that? Was it Gothenburg? Yeah. No. Yes, Gothenburg. And Gothenburg is, I can't remember the town, but it's the same ceiling they had and the same kind of lights. So that doesn't need to be repeated. And this is probably the better of the two photos. Those are not tin type ceilings, those are wood, which is cool. Um, anyway, so that I can go through, and that might be something where I compare the kind of the lighting that they used in the libraries or stuff. But I think I'll see how it used to tell the story of uh, the craftsmanship and what they did and how they maintained them. This one is cool. These grotesques. Okay. I need to see just for my own. See, this is where I'll start to get kind of lost in the weeds because I'll start to play with editing. And that um, can get me an object. I want to do this little object here. Okay. Color overlay settings. Oh, good. I have the opacity down really low already. so I can see what I'm doing. Um, mm, I want to intersect now just with a brush. And what I'm going to do is make that brush a little bit tinier because there's parts in here that are the there we go. Yeah. All right. That's what I wanted. See, I didn't want it to do the uh, wall in the back. So, but I need to bring the highlights down on this guy so he can be seen. Maybe his exposure too. Um, can't do color temp. Can't do color because he's white. Won't do that. Bring the whites down just a bit. Let's see if I can dehaze him. So he shows, there we go. All right. Yeah, so that can kind of show more the details of the grotesque, which this was the only place I found these grotesques. And they're not like, what are they called when they're the big ones on the buildings? I can't remember the name, but this, when they're this little small or smaller or partial of the a gargoyle. They're a partial of a gargoyle. It's called a grotesque. And this was a 1913 Carnegie Library, 740 Illinois Street. What town was I in? I'll find that. I'll have a way of putting that. Then let me do, okay, got that fine. And I should label this rename grotesque. There we go. Let's see. Just all right. Okay. Okay. That's what we'll do with that. And that's good for him. We'll take out of masks and we'll go to, oh, and we'll go to transform and see if I can transform this. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay. That will work. Okay, so once I have done that, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Let me go see what color I did for when I did the cemeteries. Cemeteries. Website ready. What did I do? They were green. I changed them to green. Because that was landscape, wasn't it? Kind of. All right. Ha ha ha. Because I don't want to edit something again. Let's see. What to do, what to do, what to do. Kind of made it through my colors. Carnegie buildings. Okay. This, where am I? Carnegie full shoot. Purple. It's been done. Can I do this on 2 of them? Oh no, I can only do it on 1 of them. Purple. And then, so I know that I've done this. Purple. Okay. So I know now I'm here on this one. This is the one I'm working on. And I just want. Hang on. Where did I go? There it is. Okay, so this is the one I've already edited. So it's already at a 5-star. And what can I do? What other kind of label can I give it that I don't already use for other things? Huh. Let me see. Can I? I could change it to red for right now. Like stop, don't do anymore. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Stop, you've done that one. It won't, I hope it doesn't take it out of that collection. No, that's right. It might do that to me. Does anybody have any ideas? What can I do? Can I? What was that? Why did it do that? Oh, hold it. Can you add a what? What is that? Okay, so I go back to develop. And I'm at the gargoyle. Where did it go? There he is. Now, I can't photo. Editing show. Flip portion set flag. Set rating. Huh. That's weird. I don't know about that. I don't know what that little but like thing came from. Right here, there's a star, a heart. I wonder what it means. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, well. Okay, so we've gotten through all of these. And I've edited one. Woohoo! I think one of the things that I need to do now, let's go back to the library. Increase the size of the thumbnails and start to see. I might print out a, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll print out a kind of like a contact sheet, old Film Days contact sheet. You can do contact sheets. And if I edit, select all, go to print, and I go for a, nope, it's not a single image, a contact sheet that says, where's the contact sheet? 4x5, 5x8. There we go. I put it on the big paper. It's going to take 7 pages. But still, that'll work. I think I'll do that next. So here I am, I'm done. That's what my next plan is. I am going to do a 4x5 contact sheets. And then I'll be able to mix and match and see which goes 5x8. What about 5x? Ooh, I'll do a 5x8 contact sheet. Then I only have 4 pages. Yes. What's a 5x9 landscape contact sheet? 5x11. Whoa, look at that. I could do tiny ones. Can't see as well. I'm blind these days. 4 sheets. Because a 5x9 only drops it down to 3, and a 5x11 only drops it down to 3. So I'm going to do the 5x8. I can use my big paper. What if I use 11x17 page setup? Go to, there we go. Okay. Yes. It's still, then the pictures are bigger. All right. So that's what I'll do. I will print those out. So that's what I'll have next for me on tomorrow. So, hey, thanks for being here. Yep. As you see, they do take longer than you think. And this was day 4 of my live. And I'll be back tomorrow with more of 30 days, 30 edits in 30 minutes. I will have the contact sheets printed out. I'll go do that right now, set that up, and it's all set, ready to go. And then I'll probably pull you into the overhead camera as I walk through them in crisscross and who goes with what, because that's going to be more my style, more old school. Too many years in the darkroom that I still want to be able to physically see what they look like on paper before I commit too much to this in-depth editing that I'm going to do. Anyway, they've got to fit the story. So thanks for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. And remember, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. It's kind of crazy. Look up, look down, look all around. Look at your feet, look behind you, look over your shoulder, look around, and then the first place you go look, and you'll find it. Let's just go look in your mirror. See you next time.